Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video. Today I have book recommendations on Judaism. Now, the book's recommendation on Judaism will be academic. It is not based on apologies or from a faith perspective. I'm approaching this recommendation from a historical perspective. And so these books that I'll be recommending to you, if you want to know more about Judaism or if you want to study Judaism, just bear in mind that this will be from an academic approach, okay? Not a theological approach, from an academic, historical approach, in a sense. Okay, without further ado, first things first, you need a Hebrew Bible. Okay, what is the difference between a Hebrew Bible and the Old Testament? There's many difference between the Hebrew Bible and the Bible that I have here. The Bible that I have here is the New King James Version, and it is not the Bible that the Jews use. Okay, at least Orthodox Jews, they do not use the Christian Bible, and so they use their own Bible, okay, the Hebrew Bible. And there are many kinds of Hebrew Bible out there, but the one I recommend and the one I personally use is by the Jewish Publication Society, JPS. This is the Tanakh, okay? It contains three portions of it, okay? The Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ketuvim. It is not the order that is found in the Christian Old Testament, okay? The Jews do not like the term Old Testament, even though some of them uses it, but Orthodox Jews do not believe that their testament is actually old. Okay, and so if we want to know about Judaism, we have to use the scripture that they accept, because the order of the Hebrew Bible and the order of the New Testament is not the same. Yeah, of the Christian Bible is not the same. That's what I meant to say. So JPS, Jewish Publication Society, Tanakh, okay, is the one I recommend. Now, this contains just the text, okay, but if you want a commentary, if you want to know what this passage is about, what this verse is about, okay, there are many Hebrew Bible commentaries out there. But the one I personally use is the Oxford, okay, the Jewish Study Bible, published by Oxford University Press, and it contains the JPS translation as well. Okay, this has been put together by I think about 70 Jewish scholars. Okay, and this is the go-to. The highly acclaimed, if you want to call it that way. So with these two in mind, okay, again, you actually do not, if you have the Jewish Study Bible, you do not need to purchase the Tanakh, okay. But the reason why I have both of these, so because I purchased this one first, and then I make a purchase for this one because I want to know what Jewish scholars think, okay. If you use certain study Bible that is more Christian based, the interpretation of the Hebrew Bible is from a Christian theological perspective, and that is not an honest academic approach. Okay, because obviously the Hebrew Bible came before the New Testament, and so we cannot read the Hebrew Bible from a New Testament perspective because that is not historically accurate. Okay, that is anachronistic, and that is not how honest academics would actually approach this subject. Okay, and so the Jewish Study Bible is a recommendation. Next one, you need an introduction to the Jewish scripture. Okay, what is the Jewish scripture and what is the historical background? What are the contexts? Okay, for example, when passages like Isaiah 53, what does it mean? Okay, Isaiah 42, what does it mean? Some passages in Ezekiel, what does it mean? There are many introductions to the Bible out there, but a number of them actually a number of them is actually anachronistic. Okay, and so I will not recommend those. I will recommend the one by Christine Hayes, okay, published by Yale University Press. This is based off her lecture, which can be found at the Open Yale courses on YouTube as well. There's about, I think, 21 or 22 lectures about the Hebrew Bible. Okay? And this is my go-to when I want to know about what the book of Zechariah is about, okay, what the Torah is about, what the Ketuvim is about, okay, and this is what I use. There's another introduction to the entire Bible, but this introduction is not anachronistic in a sense, okay. It has the Hebrew Bible and it has the New Testament, and each of these section or parts, okay, are tackled using their own historical context. And this textbook is the Bible, okay, published by Oxford University Press, written by Professor Barton. And so this is also not that comprehensive. It looks thin, but the paper is thin. It is actually about 500 pages long, about 400 pages long also. Okay, so this is also quite extensive. It has pictures inside, it has diagrams, it has charts, it has maps in it, and so it has timelines, so it will really assist you. And so if you want to know the complete Bible, okay, every books in the Bible is discussed, and all 66 books, okay, the Protestant approach, okay, all books, obviously the book of Samuel and the book of Kings, they're not separated, but this is the Bible by Barton. Okay, totally recommend. Totally recommend. Who is this textbook aimed towards? People who doesn't know anything about the Bible. Okay, and who is this textbook aimed towards? Students. Okay, not necessarily laymen, although laymen can read as well. But if you've gone to Sunday schools, you might be surprised that whatever has been taught to you on Sunday schools is actually not what it is actually about. Okay, and so I would totally recommend these books that I have so far presented to you. Now, there's one more book that is very extensive, and this is a companion to the Hebrew Bible. Okay, and this is the Hebrew Bible by Professor John Barton. Okay, he is the editor-in-chief. Okay, he's the general editor. But what this book is about, it is published by Princeton University Press. Okay, Princeton University Press. This goes through this is a compendium. For example, the historical background, the social background, okay, the law, what is the law, so on and so forth. It is all being discussed here. And so if you read these books that I recommended you, pretty much you'll know extensively about what the Hebrew Bible is about. You might not know the details about the laws, so on and so forth, because then you will need to read extensively and research on specific topics. But these books that I've recommended you, these 5 books that I've recommended you so far, should give you an overall picture, okay, and not just on the surface. You will know a lot about the Hebrew scripture. And then obviously, if you want to research further on the topics that you like, you can purchase books that is related to the topics. For example, I have several books here specifically on the Torah, okay, commentaries, and so I will try to do more of this book recommendation in the days to come. But anyway, the next book recommendation will be on Islam, especially Islamic history, because Islamic history is very important as well. Again, Also, I will present books about Islamic theology, okay, but not that extensive, because this channel is, although this channel is called History and Theology, but we are focusing more on the history side here, because I want to help, or I want to make sure that the information that I provided is can be used by people of different faith as well. Yeah, and so will I do a theological a book recommendation on Christian theology and Jewish theology in the future? Definitely, because I do read books on Jewish theology and Christian theology as well. Um, but for now, I'll just present a historical background, books that present historical background to the three Abrahamic scripture. So if you've not watched my book recommendation on Christianity, I go through Christology, Paul, so on and so forth. Please check out my channel, and please stay tuned for further videos about Islamic history. I cover the Mughals, I cover the Seljuks, okay, I cover the Mongol, I cover early Islam, the conquest of Islam, so on and so forth. And so stay tuned, and I'll see you on my next video.